I'm going to tell y'all a story about the three little pigs. And it's by Milk Banta and Al Dempster. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs, and they set out into the world to find their fortunes. The first little pig, he was a lazy little pig. He didn't like to work at all. So he quickly built himself a house of straw. The second little pig, he was lazy too. He didn't like to work at all. So he quickly built himself a house of twigs. So off they set. When they finished building their houses, they went to their other brother's house to see how he was getting along. Well, this little pig was a hard-working pig. He liked to work, and he was building himself a house of bricks. So they laughed and laughed at their brother for working so hard, and he said, "I'll be safe and you'll be sorry when the wolf comes to the door," because in the woods nearby lived a big, bad wolf, and he liked to catch the little pigs and eat them up. So the two little pigs took off down the road singing merrily because they were laughing at their brother, and they were singing, "Who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la." So the little pig, the first little pig, no sooner was he at home than he heard a knock at the door. And he heard, little pig, let me come in." The little pig said, "Not by the hand, not chin, chin, chin." He said, "So I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." And he did. He blew that little house all to pieces. So that he took off running to the second little pig's house. And they were in there, and he said, "I gotta trick these little pigs. They're too smart." So he went, and the pigs looked outside, and they didn't see the wolf. So they were in there just a singing, "Who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Tra-la-la-la-la." Well, then they heard another knock at the door, and they looked outside, and they saw a sheep laying in a basket, and the little sheep said, "I'm a little sweet sheep. Please let me come in. I have no place to sleep." And the little pigs looked out, and they saw big black paws and his big long sharp teeth. And they said, "Not by the hair of my chin, chin, chin. You can't fool us with that sheepskin." So the big bad wolf, he jumped out of the basket, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." And he did. He blew that little house all to pieces. So they took off running to the third little brother's house, and he said, "Little brothers, don't worry. You okay here?" So the wolf got mad. He said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in too." And he tried, and he huffed, and he puffed, but he could not blow that little house in. So he said, "What can I do?" He was so mad. He looked up, and he saw the chimney. He climbed up that house, and he jumped straight down that chimney, and he jumped down into a big pot of boiling water. And that wolf hit that pot of water, and he said, he jumped straight up that chimney. He took off into the woods, and he never messed with those little pigs again. Do y'all like that story?
Yes!
Yes!